Karibu Mum Nation. Welcome to another episode. Today, our story is all about our journeys as five awesome moms. And realistically, we know that being a mom takes a toll on your body. Yeah, right from before, during pregnancy, even after. And we're going to speak about that journey. Yeah, and so bodies do change.
It's a definite. The body will change.
The body will change. It's amazing how your body is able to stretch to carry the child for 9 months. If you have twins, God, Jesus, you expand even further. Quadruple, whatever it is, your body does expand. But then now, after you give birth, now you're left with your body. So now the baby has come. People have come to celebrate with you over the body. But hey, you still have your body, and which for many people at the onset can be very uncomfortable because you've never been in that body before. For me, I'll start. My boobs were bigger, and I know it's a desire to have big boobs. For many it can be a desire to have big boobs, but for me, it was so strange. So having big boobs for me was such an issue. Then the pot, the pot. And then now, because you're breastfeeding and you're being told to eat so much stuff, the jahes, the soup, the what else? The porridge. So you're eating so that you can be able to feed this one small baby. And then, so that also takes a toll on yourself. So you also morph. And we know that there are some people who morph. So there are two types of people. Those who morph snap back into their bodies like an elastic band. And then now there's us, the elastic band, Isha's the elastic.
You are expanding.
Elastic, Isha.
So things are just going.
So there's no snapping back. So that's what we're talking about today. And we need to know how do we deal with this? Yeah.
But I think the first thing is don't eat for two people. And I think it starts at pregnancy. Because you carry that weight into postpartum. So now don't eat for two people. And also watch it's hard in the beginning when you start to breastfeed, because breastfeeding is a lot of work. It keeps you very hungry. So you keep eating, and then you're eating the wrong things. You're eating mainly carbs, you're eating mainly fat. And then you're not it's going to be expelled when you're breastfeeding. But at the end of the day, the baby will grow and your breastfeeding will slow down. But you're still eating for that original person.
I disagree with that. Don't eat for two people. And I always say, like, when you're pregnant, everybody tells you you're eating for two. At that point, I'm always like, from my firstborn's experience, after I had the baby, then I told them, no, the time for eating for two is actually when I'm breastfeeding. Because let me tell you, as much as I would have loved to cut my portions, especially the first 3 to 6 months, because I did 6 months exclusive, that baby would breastfeed until I feel dizzy. And I would be so hungry. I'd have to eat. And yes, it is a choice to eat a healthy, whatever, to eat healthy food or eat badly. But healthy is not necessarily eating a salad, because there is no way I can breastfeed the baby and go eat a salad. Okay, it's not. But I would then now opt to go get rice, get beans, get vegetables. I would, instead of going to get bread.
Yeah.
So you see, that's what I would do. I would eat wholesomely.
Rice and beans and veggies for one.
So
the portion.
Yes.
It's a portion. I'll eat it for one. Then in the next 2 hours he'll breastfeed. Yes. I'll be hungry again.
You eat a piece of ndoma, or you eat a ngwashe and tea, something.
I will eat
but you see,
more wholesome food.
So what I hear us saying is that within our motherhood journey, there's different phases where we need to eat more.
Yes.
And there are other times where we need let's just say that after that period where your child now has breastfed, it's past whatever, maybe 6 months, there's also that thing about, it's okay, you've just had a baby, Just eat.
No. But I always say, when you win the baby, win yourself.
Win yourself.
That is my policy. When you win the baby, win yourself.
And it's the hardest
because there's
thing.
another weight that drops like a rock
When the
at
baby
8
wins.
months.
Yeah.
It just comes on you, and then it's very hard to get rid of it. So I always say, when you win the baby, also start winning yourself from all those things you eat. Because like when you're doing the 6 months breastfeeding, you sleep with a thermos of whatever. There's no choice. Drinking
You're
chocolate
hungry.
and maybe a snack.
Yeah.
I had no choice. I have to sleep with that. But after those 6 months, when I'm winning the baby, I have no reason to sleep with drinking chocolate. So when you win the baby,
But
win
you know
yourself.
The irony is your stomach is already used to sleep.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
how you win
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
So the same way you're winning the baby's stomach, you also win yourself to smaller portions.
But when you're a new mom, you don't know these things, by
Yes.
the way.
Yeah.
Kwanza, you're encouraged to eat. And unataka chips, kula. Unataka mandazi, kula. Like you're pregnant, eat. So now what I'm getting from moms who have gone ahead of us is the second, the third, you're more deliberate. Like now you know that I don't need. I will eat, but I will try to make healthier choices of the foods I want to eat here. So baby number 2, baby number 3, you're more deliberate of winning yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes you're not. Like, I feel like I lost all my weight with my first baby. Yeah. I lost all my weight with my first baby. Then I thought, see, now I know.
Sili ya urembo.
Yeah, it gets harder. Remember, you're growing older.
Yeah.
Remember, your body does not digest the same. So I think, that thing of, so this for me was self-consolation. Food was nice, because if you're going through feelings of having a baby, just
It's
eat.
comfort.
Yeah, eat, mommy, eat. Eat. You will deal with it. We shall show you how, for those of us who have walked the journey. However, the catch is, sometimes my baby is 3 years old, but I'm still eating.
Yeah.
Now, the catch is when to stop. When
Yeah.
to stop eating and when to consciously and to be true to yourself. Like, it's okay to actually look at your body and not like it. It's the first step. But a lot of us don't do that. We excuse the baby. We excuse breastfeeding. We excuse. There's so many things. And you resign to fate. So I feel like the first step is ownership. That I'm eating and I like my food. However, I don't like my body. So it starts to prepare you mentally of the process, because you can't win without accepting that there's a situation here. It may be 6 months if you're lucky, like if you're well on point and life. 6 months, you probably even have a reminder of food. It could be 3 years, like some of us. Like at 3 years, then you're like, hey, enyewe.
I'm seeing change.
The baby's 3 years.
I can't blame breastfeeding.
But then
I now
again,
have to do
also
something.
even when you're, as you said, be true to yourself. When you realize that at that 3 years, also remember you put on that weight in
Over 3
3
years.
years. So please, you
Be
will
kind
not
to
lose
yourself.
it in 3 months. You will not lose it in 3 months. So give yourself
There's that-
time,
that's
either the
time.
same amount of time
Yeah.
or even longer, because it takes longer to lose than to gain.
So
Yeah,
then-
or so it seems.
So now that we've understood that it took me 5 years to get to where I am.
Yes. From where you
From where I was.
No,
How
how
then-
the firstborn? We are saying 10 years.
Hey, this one has gone down. But now that it's been that long, and I know that it's
Journey.
it's a journey.
Yeah.
So it's you start by making small steps.
Yes.
Maybe walking, drinking more water,
Yeah.
adjusting your meals. But meanwhile, the clothes are still. I still look like a muffin. I still look like a muffin in my nice top that I want to slay in. So how do I learn how to dress for my body? How do I do that?
I think you have to intentionally dress to feel good. I think you have to want to feel good. And part of feeling good, whether you're big, small, tall, short, is how you dress, is how I appear. Regardless of my body type, regardless of what size I am, I think we must learn to feel good about ourselves. And it's from dressing.
Yeah.
But you must accept your body
Yeah.
so that
Yes.
you can dress it properly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I can be big. Me, by the way, when I was having my firstborn, I was at 12. Have you seen me? Do I need to stand up? My friends. And then, of course, I'm like, the firstborn, you're like, I'm not changing wardrobe. I need to work myself back into my wardrobe. I had to change the wardrobe. Yes, I had to, but it took a while. I had to learn to change that wardrobe because
so now changing this wardrobe, to be able to make you feel comfortable,
and also to look appeasing to us.
So maybe this is a bad example, that our moms, there's a whole generation, all our moms, they same too, kona tumbo, kona tunyama hapa. There's a way that all our moms looked, or rather a majority of them. There's some who slayed even in the 60s, but there's there's that look of, now you're a mother, this is how you're supposed to look. You're supposed to look like a mother, and that's what you call it fat. So then now that makes you wear dress frumpily. So you find mothers that are wearing skirts, not that they are bad, I'm just saying that they possibly didn't dress for their bodies. So now here you are in a situation where you've gained extra weight, then you don't know how to dress your body, so you end up wearing the same things. Diras are the bomb. But they're the bomb though. They're the bomb.
But they're the devil.
But you find also that you start wearing bigger tops.
Yes.
To hide a lot of what is around here. But then that day I look really nice.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you saying?
No, I'm
I think
agreeing.
she's talking to herself.
And she's wondering, why are we so different from our mothers?
Yeah.
I think society. I think society.
Yeah.
I think the examples
Society,
of like for me, I know when I started my weight loss journey, like you'd look at 50-year-old chicks, they don't look anything like okay, let me say, like for me, my first motivation was 40-year-olds. Hey, 40 years old on these streets. You're like, hey, me at 40, I'll be like that. Yeah, that's for me. That was my first motivation. Like, I have a couple of years before I get there. I'm going to work towards being like that. So society has changed. What is acceptable? And okay, not to say acceptable, that's a bad word, because acceptable is me. So what is acceptable to me? What do I want to change? Me, not as a group, not for anybody, for me,
But you also jump onto the wagon because somebody else is doing it.
Yes.
So because you have a focus.
You're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
You see, like the way you're saying the 40-year-olds motivated you. It's the same thing with our mothers. Then, as you said, they needed to look like a mother. My uncle is quite elderly. The other day he told his daughter-in-law, because she's had a baby, she's gotten her figure back, she looks nice.
Look like a mother.
You need to have another baby. You need to look like a mother.
No, but it's
But
it's
Traditionally,
to look like
after you get married, the like for me, after I got married, the guys who like when you go for family gatherings, after my first baby, I'm chubby.
Guys are like, life is good.
Guys are actually telling my husband how I can see you're taking care of me.
Exactly.
Like because of my fat.
and you are not comfortable.
Yes.
But you see now, just like you're saying, culture associates wealth or doing well with fat, with being fat.
I feel like that's in the past.
Yeah, that was what was
Yes.
what they
it's
were
changing
associating.
now.
Yes,
Right now, taking care of yourself, like a good body is equivalent to, like you're taking care of yourself.
But for me, my motivation to like lose the pregnancy and baby fat is actually health. Because for me, I started having my children when I was quite much older, because I'm in my 40s. And I have a 1-year-old, and I'm thinking with the kind of life that we have right now, people are dying younger, there's more diseases, lifestyle diseases. So I'm thinking I need to like do right by myself so that I can take care of my children. So for me, it's health driven. It's not necessarily how everybody is slaying and looking. It's more about the health thing.
Okay, so something I would like to advise. Okay, something that has worked for me. Before you get pregnant.
Just gone back.
I know.
Yeah, like
You're
she's
one
the
of those-
elastic
yeah,
band.
one
She's
of
still
those.
elastic.
So there's
Yeah, but how old is
Christmas.
she also compared to you when you started having your baby? Exactly.
Okay.
That
Let me
too.
make
Yeah.
So before you get pregnant, if you can get into a lifestyle of working out
Yes.
or eating right, like what I tell Eunice, for example, is me, I'm not on a diet. Yeah, I still have my food, my cake,
your chips.
my chips.
Yeah.
But not once in a while, I've tried to make working out a lifestyle. Yeah, so that even when you're pregnant, you're not working out that hard, like, lifting all that, because of course you're pregnant. But I still used to do my squats in the shower. Because it's easier with the water.
Yeah.
You still,
I'm falling, yeah.
but you're just in one position squatting.
Yeah, I fell
No.
twice.
No.
You are
When I was
doing
pregnant.
This final pregnancy.
You are doing
I fell
squats.
twice.
You are doing
No,
squats in
I
the
was
bathroom.
showering.
Like-
I fell twice.
For showering, not even squatting. Or you can hold, something in the shower and just go, just 5 a day.
Or even
Um,
just not in the shower.
No, oh yeah. I mean, just light. Like I used to have 5 signature things I used to do every morning. And you guys, I was big. You saw me. My tummy was really big. She'll tell you how many kgs my baby weighed.
How now that you're talking about it, how heavy was she?
Take a wild guess.
4 kilos.
4.4.
Wow.
Yes.
And she pushed it.
And
She
I pushed
him.
and I would attribute that to the exercises I did like every morning. Otherwise ningekuwa tu hapo nimejiachilia and then now after, imagine at 6 weeks I'm now able to go back to working out very easily. It has come back very naturally. The aerobics, though not very strong because of the back,
Of course, yeah.
but if you can start that lifestyle early, you bounce back very easily. And then you watch what you eat, but not that strict diet. Just eat your food vizuri, but light exercises.
But
that has worked for me.
But this whole thing about, and I know that there are many things happening on the internet around eating well, exercising, and blah blah. But it's not. It takes some of our bodies longer. Longer to adjust. Because if, for example, you just removed sugar out of your diet, and all of a sudden, your 10 kgs has gone also, and then like
They remove everything and still smell the food and add the weight.
you just pass by the Sanford.
I know.
10
Hata
kilos.
utaingia.
Yeah. So it means that our bodies are very different.
They're very different. Yeah.
And so you have to be accommodative to your own body, accept your own body.
Yeah.
But
Plus,
also
there's no standards. There's
no
no
standard.
I feel like I can't go around telling people mejiachilia because it's different. If I was plus size before my baby, I'm going to be plus size. I'm going to be 2 plus sizes after, and I'm going to be going back to, you know. So I feel like body conversations, we really must curate them to personal, individual. Like,
and you have to be sensitive.
yeah, you have to be sensitive, even to yourself. Before even other people are sensitive to you, just be sensitive to yourself. What do I want? Accept what's my goal? Like, what's my body goal?
Yeah.
Like, I was really heavy, and I took like maybe 2 years, like 2 years actively to lose like 30 kilos, and then 1 year to maintain it. And now I want to lose more weight. Like now in 2020 is when I'm like, let's lose a bit more weight. But it took me 2 years to lose weight, and another 1 year to just maintain and now be comfortable with who I am. But body things are really very personal.
Very.
Yeah, I think when we talk about them in, so what, like in individual goals. So what's your goal? Is it weight loss? Is it fitness? Is it, because now you can get all that depending on what your goal is.
And also that being sensitive, you also must be sensitive to the fact that sometimes I may not like my body. I may not be comfortable in this weight that I'm in, but I can't help it because maybe I have underlying conditions. Maybe I suffered from postpartum depression. I have so much to carry. Body weight is not an issue.
So when you go and see your friends, please don't tell them they're looking fat, unless they are one of your very close friends or things. But be very sensitive about how you talk to people, to moms who are feeling a kind of way about their body. So guys, we're going to encourage you to to continue doing well. eat what your nice things, your cakes, but in moderation. Moderation, exercise if you can.
Okay, for me, I was this weight, and I used to think I am so big. I used to think, oh my God, nowadays I look at those pictures, I'm like, what was I doing to that little girl? Why was I harassing her? So I don't think you ever, I don't know, there are people who, I know a few athlete friends, and I don't think you're ever 100% comfortable. I don't think so. Yeah.
There's always something you need to change.
Yeah, there's always
you're not
something.
happy with. Yeah.
So guys, share with us your journeys around your loving your bodies and how you're doing it, and what are your goals around this. Thank you. Subscribe, like, do all of those things at the bottom, and give us your comments. Love ya. Bye.